Could you state your full name, your occupation, and why you decided to run for school board?
My name is Bronwyn Alexander. I am a language and literacy specialist, which is a fancy way of saying a teacher. And I decided to run for school board because of two reasons. The first reason is because in the past I had seen a lot of issues coming up. I taught in Ravenswood for 15 years, and I saw a lot of issues between the staff and the teachers and the students and the parents and the school board. And I wanted to work to address some of the issues that were happening between the two. And the other reason that I ran for school board is I love the students in this community, and I want to do everything I can to help them become successful in society when they grow up.
What do you see as the most pressing issue facing the Ravenswood School District, and what specifically would you do to address it if you're elected?
Currently, I think the most pressing issue with Ravenswood is a lack of enrollment. There are very few students. A lot of them have left the district for a variety of reasons, including very difficult to live here now, and a lot of other choices of schools that they can send their children to. And I have several ways that I am looking at for increasing the enrollment, including starting out with a universal preschool to get students going to Ravenswood schools earlier, increasing student learning by ensuring that 4 crucial resources are there for the students to become successful. And those include grade appropriate assignments, strong instruction, deep engagement, and high expectations. We also need to increase staff pay, both teachers and certificated staff, so that it's comparable to the local school districts. That way we can attract more teachers and get them to actually stay in our district. We need to ensure the safety of all the students and the staff while they are at school, and really advertise to the surrounding communities and to our own community that we have some unique programs here in Ravenswood that other students would benefit from, including the Turnaround Arts Academy at Costaña School and the dual immersion program, Spanish-English, that we have at the Los Robles Ronald McNair campus.
Can you describe one key decision the board should make that would help district students improve their academic performance?
Currently, the board has a 5-year strategic plan, and within that strategic plan, their first point in the strategic plan is engaging students in rigorous standards-aligned instruction and support. That includes making sure that our students are receiving grade level appropriate assignments. In the past, the studies have found that when students are engaged in grade level appropriate and standards aligned tasks, that even students who start out below grade level achieve to a higher degree. When students are at a lower achievement level, if they're being taught at their current achievement level, they will never succeed up to where they need to be grade level.
And so what can the board do to address that?
Make sure that these are following along with the strategic plan, make sure that these students are engaged in this. That includes looking at programs to make sure that they are standard aligned. That includes coaching for teachers to make sure that they are continually looking at their own practices and evaluating their lessons and improving them as they need to increase student achievement. It means tracking student data and being sure that those students are increasing in their reading and math levels as we work with them.
The school district and school board have been involved in numerous controversies in recent years, including facing fiscal insolvency and a vote of no confidence in the last superintendent who was forced to resign. How would you as a board member build trust in the school community?
Communication is the first thing. As a board member, I will be available to constituents. That means both voters as well as parents and community members. Having a monthly meeting or office hours or whatever we do in the virtual environment to make sure that issues are being addressed, that the community is being listened to and heard by the board members, and that we take what teachers and community members and other staff members in the schools and parents and students say very seriously and weigh them appropriately before making decisions.
You already mentioned Ravenswood declining enrollment, which was my next question. Is there anything else you'd want to say about how the board and the district maybe can take a different approach to solving that issue? Because it's been on the board's agenda, or agenda, not actual agenda, but just on their minds for several years.
I did for a long time, yes. A couple things that we have in place already that we can utilize that we're not. One thing is the Tinsley dual transfer program that's in place. Currently, we all get letters about in Ravenswood and school district boundaries for our children to go to other districts. I want to make sure that the other districts, the 6 other districts that are part of Tinsley, that those parents also get the letter because it's a dual transfer. We have some really great programs, like I mentioned, the Turnarounds Arts Academy and the Dual Immersion Program, that students in our transfer districts could be interested in. And we need to let them know that. We need to advertise and market what Ravenswood has available. Our schools are the only schools in the entire area where every school has a makerspace and every student goes every day. All students, kindergarten or TK, all the way through 8th grade, have daily electives or specials that add on to the academic programs and support the academic programs. We need to let neighboring parents and parents within this community who have chosen to send their kids elsewhere, we need to inform everybody what we have that's unique, what we have to offer, and get those students back.
Is there anything else you'd like the voters to know about you and your campaign?
Like I had mentioned a little bit earlier, I've taught in Ravenswood for 15 years. I've been a teacher now for 28 years, and I think I am uniquely qualified to understand some of the issues facing our students here. One of the big motivators for me right now is ensuring that we dismantle is a tough word, but dismantle the systemic educational inequities that exist and historically affect our underserved students. And the underserved students generally are our students of color, Latinx students, Indigenous students, and language learners. And Ravenswood is populated with many of those underserved students. And it's very important that we address those issues and understand what unique educational needs do our students have that a traditional educational system does not serve. And look at how do we best serve these students, because as a teacher and as a board member, I am in service to the students and to help them and their parents and the community as well. But my primary goal is student success.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Elena.